Something huge is brewing inside the Zebec ecosystem, and if Bitcoin's latest signals mean anything, we might be staring at a 2026 masterclass in growth. Zebec's not just another token, it's shaping up as the next evolution in real-time payments. But the question everyone's asking, can ZBCN hit 1 cent or beyond by 2026? Let's break down the facts, on-chain data, and predictions, step by step. Welcome back to the channel, your home for deep, data-driven crypto insights. Today, we'll explore why Zebec is quietly setting the stage for something major, how Bitcoin's movement ties directly into this story, and my three-level price prediction for ZBCN by 2026, bear, base, and bull scenarios. Remember, this isn't financial advice, it's pure analysis built on research, fundamentals, and pattern reading. The foundation. What is Zebec? For the new viewers, Zebec is a real-time streaming payment protocol built for the digital economy. Think of it like continuous payroll, where money flows second by second. No waiting for end-of-month salaries or delayed transfers. Built originally on Solana and expanding into its own Nautilus chain, Zebec aims to become the global infrastructure for Web3 payments, DeFi payrolls, and cross-border remittances. And that's why investors have their eyes glued on it. Because it's tackling a real-world problem, making money move as fast as data, 2025 to 2026. Setup. What's changing now? Over the past months, Zebec has been expanding exchange listings, upgrading its tech, and entering strategic partnerships across the DeFi and Web3 ecosystem. New listings like Kraken, Bitmart, and Gate.io open liquidity channels that weren't there before. And its Nautilus chain, built using modular architecture, is getting attention for fast settlement and low fees. These moves are not random. They look like preparation. Zebec setting its chess pieces perfectly for the next bull cycle, expected around 2026. Bitcoin's role. Why Bitcoin suggests. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's behavior often dictates the rhythm of every altcoin season. We're approaching the post-halving phase, the time when historically Bitcoin consolidates, then breaks out, pulling massive liquidity into the alt market. When Bitcoin dominance stabilizes after a run, investors start hunting for undervalued gems, projects with real use cases and fresh narratives. And Zebec fits that bill perfectly. Payments, payroll, and cross-chain finance. A sector that can attract both retail and institutional attention. So when Bitcoin sends bullish signals, Zebec could become one of the beneficiaries. On-chain signals and tokenomics. Watch now, let's get analytical. On-chain activity. Recent data shows steady accumulation from mid-tier wallets and increasing transactions related to Zebec's payroll and streaming features. The key factor to watch? Token unlock schedules. Over the next 12 to 24 months, several tranches of ZBCN will unlock, which can create short-term pressure, but also widen decentralization if demand grows in parallel. Add to that Zebec's real partnerships, integrations with DeFi apps, crypto payroll platforms, and NFT-based payment systems, all pointing to a maturing ecosystem. So fundamentals are strengthening, but price will depend on timing, liquidity, and Bitcoin sentiment. Price history and current position. Let's look at where ZBCN stands. After initial hype and correction, the token stabilized around the 0.0012 to 0.0025 zone. That's its accumulation range, where smart money usually loads before a potential uptrend. Now, if Zebec continues delivering real utility and macro conditions remain favorable post-2025, we could be looking at a breakout similar to early-stage DeFi projects from the last cycle. But remember, sustainable growth depends on actual adoption, not hype. 3 scenario price predictions for 2026. All right, let's project 3 realistic scenarios for 2026. Red bear case, 0.0009 to 0.0018. If the global market stays weak, Bitcoin stagnates, and Zebec fails to onboard major users, ZBCN could hover near current levels or slightly below. Base case, 2 cents to 4 cents. If listings continue, adoption rises steadily, and the team delivers roadmap goals, ZBCN could double or even triple by 2026. Slow and organic growth bull case, 0.005 to 0.010 plus. Now this is the exciting one. If Bitcoin enters a new rally and Zebec becomes a go-to layer for Web3 payroll or fintech partnerships, we could see a 5x to 10x move from today's levels. But that depends entirely on fundamentals aligning with market momentum. Future triggers to watch. 4 triggers to keep on your radar. 1. New exchange listings. Every listing increases accessibility. 2. Zebec's Nautilus chain updates. Mainnet performance matters. 3. Whale accumulation on-chain. 4. Bitcoin's trend after halving. If it stays strong, altcoins follow. These 4 can change the entire outlook for ZBCN. So, is Zebec preparing for a 2026 Masterclass? The signs are definitely there. Strategic moves, ecosystem growth, and Bitcoin's alignment. But as always, stay informed, manage risk, and never invest blindly. If you enjoyed this analysis, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, do you think ZBCN can reach 1 cent by 2026? Your opinion might just be featured in the next episode. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay smart, stay early, and stay in the game.